stacking chairs tonight. Last few shadows under neon lights. Rain keeps tapping on the window frame, and somehow it brings me back again to a little table by the stage. Two nervous smiles trying to hide our age. The band was playing soft and slow, and neither one of us wanted to go. The Hammond organ filled the room like a warm September afternoon. You laughed at something I can't recall, but I still remember the sound of it all. One more song before closing time, one more chance to rewind my mind back to the night when your hand touched mine and everything felt easy. One more song before the lights go down, before the city starts to quiet down. Some memories never leave this town, they keep on playing inside me. The bar is almost empty now, but I can still see us somehow, talking dreams over coffee and wine, watching the hands move around the clock. Outside the rain was falling hard, inside we were lowering our guard. Every note from the band that night seemed to make the future feel right. The organ danced across the air, and every melody led somewhere. The world beyond those windows blurred, leaving only us and every word. One more song before closing time, one more chance to rewind my mind back to the night when your hand touched mine and everything felt easy. One more song before the lights go down, before the city starts to quiet down. Some memories never leave this town, they keep on playing inside me. Funny how a moment stays alive long after the years roll by. Not because you wish it back again, but because it helped you become who you are. The rain outside begins to fade, the room grows brighter through the haze, and what once felt like yesterday now feels like a gift I got to keep. One more song before closing time, let the rhythm lift me higher tonight. The memory doesn't make me sad anymore, it makes me grateful. One more song before the night is through, for every laugh and every truth, for the way that first hello still echoes through my soul. One more song before closing time, raise a glass to the passing but the groove still lingers in the air. The rain stopped, the clouds are gone, and I find myself humming along to a melody we used to share. One more song, one more song. The organ plays its final line. The city sparkles outside, and for a moment I can see us there. The sun went down an hour ago, but the ocean still wears a golden glow. We're sitting where the shoreline bends, talking like the night will never end. The waves keep writing little notes and carrying them away afloat, and every word between us drifts like a secret on the evening wind. The stars awaken one by one above the dark horizon, and your voice moves through the air, soft as the tide rolling in. We're talking to the tide tonight, letting all our worries slide away. The moon is dancing on the water, and somehow everything feels okay. Maybe we don't need all the answers, maybe we just need this view. The ocean, the stars, the midnight air, and a little more time with you. Coffee from the cafe's getting cold, but neither one of us lets go of these stories we've been saving up for a quiet night like this. You tell me things you've never said, dreams that live inside your head, and I can hear the honesty in every pause between your breaths. The world feels smaller by the sea, like it's just you and me, and the rhythm of the waves below keeping time so naturally. We're talking to the tide tonight, letting all our worries slide away. The moon is dancing on the water, and somehow everything feels okay. Maybe we don't need all waves keep rolling toward the shore, and everything feels worthwhile. We're talking to the tide tonight, and every dream feels close enough to touch. The moon is shining on the water, and my heart is opening up. Maybe joy arrives this way, not all at once, but little by little, like a song rising from the ocean, growing brighter with every ripple. The stars above, the sea below, the stories only we both know. This moment feels like something true, and if tomorrow comes too soon, I'll still remember this moon and this beautiful night with you. The shoreline hums a gentle song, and we keep singing right along as the waves move in and out. The night is deep, but somehow bright, wrapped in silver ocean light. And I don't wanna leave just yet. The tide rolls in, the tide rolls out. You smile and look across the sea, and the whole world smiles back at me. Rain keeps tracing lines on the window pane. City lights are dancing through the silver haze. Old cafe on the corner, same worn out chairs. I still remember how you smiled that day. You walked in with the weather on your coat, shook the drops away and laughed real low. The room got quiet, at least to me, like every little sound moved slow. Coffee steam rising in the air, saxophone floating somewhere. I didn't know my life would change from a simple hey, you mind if I sit there? And the rain kept falling outside while time stood still that night. Your eyes met mine across the room, and everything felt right. Now every storm brings me back to that little cafe glow. Some memories fade with the years, but that one never lets go. Record player spun a lazy tune, Rhodes piano color in the room. We talked about dreams and old mistakes, like we'd known each other way too soon. Street lights painted gold across your face, traffic humming in the distance. Every word felt easy then, no walls, no hesitation. The evening moved like a gentle wave, no need to rush, no need to chase. Something about the way you smile made the whole world slow its pace. And the rain kept falling outside while time stood still that night. Your eyes met mine across the room, and everything felt right. Now every storm brings me back to that little cafe glow. Some memories fade with the years, but that one never lets go. The rain don't make me lonely now. It reminds me where love begins. And the rain keeps falling outside, but now it feels like home. Every drop's another page of a story still being told. From that first hello to now, through every high and low, some memories become your roots and help your spirit grow. Rain on the window pane, soft sax calling your name. Coffee cups and city lights still warming me tonight. Rain on the window pane, that feeling still remains. Every storm just brings me back to where our story came. The rain came down on Harbor Street, soft as a memory beneath my feet. Fishing boats swayed against the tide, like they were waiting for old times. The cafe by the water still the same, same faded sign, same weathered paint. Only the years have changed somehow, and the faces passing around. I walk through town with a quiet mind, carrying stories from another life, wondering if the road back home would feel familiar after all this time. Then I saw your smile through the window light, a face I hadn't seen in years, and suddenly the distance disappeared like it was never there. Back to harbor lights, back to old familiar nights, where the sea keeps every secret we left behind. We were young and chasing dreams, drifting farther than we seemed, but somehow the tide brought us back in time. Now we're sitting here again, like the years were only wind, passing through without a warning sign. Back to harbor lights, where old friendships still shine. Coffee cups and laughter filled the air, stories tangled everywhere, talking about the roads we took and all the pages life had written. Some found love, some found loss, some paid more than they thought the cost. But every scar and every mile added meaning to our smiles. Outside the harbor bells rang low as evening settled on the boats below, and for the first time in a while the world felt lighter somehow. The trumpet played a lonely phrase, floating through the rainy haze, then slowly lifted toward the sky like hope learning how to fly. Yeah, back to harbor lights, back to old familiar nights, where the sea keeps every secret we left behind. We were young and chasing dreams, drifting farther than we seemed, but somehow the tide brought every passing season. And looking around this table now, I finally understand somehow the best things don't disappear. They simply find their way back around. Oh, back to harbor lights, where the rain meets neon signs, and every reflection tells a story tonight. We may never be those kids again, standing on the docks at 10, dreaming of horizons we could never define. But the years have given us something more, a deeper reason than before, to appreciate the time we've had. Back to harbor lights, where the future still feels bright. Back to harbor lights, where friendship survives. The harbor settles into the night, boats rocking gently beneath the light, and the rain begins to slow. One last cup before we leave, one last laugh before the street carries us our separate ways again. But this time it feels alright, because somewhere beyond the waves, beyond the years and changing days, the tide will always know the way. Back to harbor lights. Ooh, back to harbor lights. Back to harbor lights. Rain falls softly on the window glass. A slow afternoon drifting past. I'm sitting in the corner by the shelves, trying to find my way back to myself. Dusty novels, faded spines, stories frozen in another time. I trace the titles with my hand, like searching for a place to land. The hurt still lingers now and then, like an old song playing in my head, but it doesn't cut the way it used to do. The wound is learning how to heal. Oh, oh. A Rhodes piano hums somewhere inside my mind, warm and low, keeping gentle time. And for the first time in a while, I don't feel like running from the silence. Between the pages I can breathe again, finding pieces of myself I've been missing. Every chapter turning slowly in the light, feels like another step toward the other side. And though the rain is falling outside, there's a little sunshine growing inside. What felt like an ending long ago is becoming room to grow. I find a note tucked in a book, a simple line about second looks, about how every heart gets lost before it learns another road. The bookstores filling up a little more, footsteps moving across the floor, conversations blend into the air like reminders sky, and every voice inside the song feels like hope singing along. Between the pages I can breathe again, finding pieces of myself I've been missing. Every chapter turning slowly in the light feels like another step toward the other side. And though the rain is falling outside, there's a little sunshine growing inside. What felt like an ending long ago is becoming room to grow. Maybe healing isn't something that arrives all at once. Maybe it's these little moments that quietly add up. A peaceful afternoon, a song that understands, a story on a shelf, the future not yet planned, and suddenly the world feels wide again, full of roads I haven't seen. The heart I thought was broken beyond repair is learning how to dream. Between the pages I can breathe again, and the colors seem brighter than they've been. Every chapter turning in the golden light feels like the beginning of a brand new life. Now the rain is dancing outside, and I'm smiling without asking why. The pain that once defined my days has slowly drifted away. Between the pages I found something true, not another love but a stronger view of who I am and where I'll go. And that's enough to know. The bookstore lights begin to glow as evening settles soft and slow, and the rain becomes a gentle song. I close the book and stand to leave, carrying more than what I came with, a lighter heart, a clearer road. The harmonies fade into the air, but their warmth is still there. Turning the page, turning the page, moving forward, moving on. Rain taps softly on the window glass. Another gray afternoon rolls past. I'm sitting where we used to be, same corner table, same old street. The smell of coffee fills the air, but your empty chair is still right there. Funny how the years can fly and leave a memory frozen in time. is trying to carry me home. Every note brings back your face, like you never really went away. At this corner of the coffee shop, where the world would slow and stop, you were my favorite part of every day. Now the rain falls just the same, and I still whisper your name, but the ache ain't quite as heavy as it was. Some love stay in your heart even after they depart, like a song that never really fades away. You used to laugh at the little things, the way the old espresso machine would sing. We'd watch the people come and go, making plans we'd never know. Back then forever felt so near. Now it's living in another year. Still I can't help but smile somehow, thinking about those days right now. The Rhodes piano fills the room, soft reflections in the afternoon. What we had was real enough to leave a little light behind. At this corner of the coffee shop, where the world would slow and stop, you were my favorite part of every day. Now the rain falls just the same, and I still whisper your name, but the ache ain't quite as heavy as it was. Some love stay in your heart even after they depart, like a song that never really fades away. Baby, love ain't measured by how long two people stay. Maybe it's the way a memory can brighten up a cloudy day. And maybe letting go don't mean you leave the past behind. Maybe it just means you're grateful for the time you got to find. At this corner of the coffee shop, where the world would slow and stop, I still see pieces of us everywhere. But the rain don't feel so cold, and these memories feel like gold, instead of something I need to repair. Some loves teach your heart to grow even after they let go, leaving traces of their beauty in the air. Oh, the afternoon is fading now, the clouds are slowly breaking out. A little sunlight finds the floor. I finish up my coffee cup, stand and smile before I go, thankful for what came before. At this corner of the coffee shop, the story never really stops. It just turns into a different kind of love.
Sunlight, nowhere to hide. The world outside is still asleep, wrapped in clouds and cedar trees. Coffee's brewing in the little kitchen, soft melody drifts through the room. The fireplace holds yesterday's warmth while the morning hums its tune. I watch the mist roll through the pines like a river taking its sweet time. And for once there's nowhere else to be, just this moment, you and me. The piano plays a gentle line, falling softly through the light. And everything feels easy now, like the world's finally breathing right. In this slow morning light, everything feels right. The mountains standing quiet in the distance. No rush, no plans today, just letting time drift away. Wrapped inside this peaceful kind of feeling. And when you smile across the room, the sunlight seems to bloom, turning simple moments into gold. In this slow morning light, I never wanna let it go. The rain from last night left the air so clean, the kind of freshness you can almost taste. Bird song echoes through the valley below, keeping rhythm with the day. You pull your sweater a little closer, then lean your head against my shoulder. Outside the world keeps moving on, but in here time moves slower. The old wooden floor creaks beneath our feet as we dance between the coffee cups and dreams, laughing over nothing at all. The way happiness quietly arrives. The piano fills the cabin walls like sunlight through the window glass. Every note says what words sometimes can't, about a love built to last. In this slow morning light, everything feels right. The mountains standing quiet in the distance. No rush, no plans today, just letting time drift away. Wrapped inside this peaceful kind of feeling. And when you smile across the room, the sunlight seems to bloom, turning simple moments into gold. In this slow morning light, I never wanna let it go. Maybe love isn't always fireworks in the sky. Maybe it's mornings like this passing by. A shared cup of coffee, a familiar touch, the comfort of knowing you've already found enough. The mountains don't hurry, the rivers don't race, and somehow they remind me some things are beautiful because they take their time. In this slow morning light, the future feels bright, like the sun climbing over distant ridges. No need for grand designs, just your hand holding mine, and a heart that's finally found its rhythm. The cabin, the rain, the mountain air, the quiet magic everywhere, feels like a photograph I'll always keep. In this slow morning light, I found a love that feels like home. every memory we're making. And as the mountains greet the bay, I softly hear my heart say, stay a while, stay a while, stay a while. Stay a while.
The hotel's quiet in the afternoon, soft rain falling to a lazy tune. I'm sitting by the window with a cup of coffee, watching strangers drift across the room. A suitcase rests beside my chair, still carrying traces of salt air. And every little thing I see today brings those summer days back again. Flip-flops on a wooden dock, laughing till we lost track of the clock. No plans, no worries, no place to be, just the ocean breeze and you and me. The harmonica starts to play like a memory floating my way, and suddenly I'm right back there under a sky without a care. Postcards and sunshine still living in my mind, golden afternoons and endless blue skies. Those carefree summer days never really fade away, they're still dancing somewhere inside. And every time I hear that melody, I feel the ocean calling me back to the season when life moves slow. Postcards and sunshine, a feeling money can't buy, a little piece of summer I still hold. The lounge piano hums along, blending with an old familiar song, and the rain outside can't hide the warmth those memories bring to my heart. I remember driving coastal roads, windows down, singing with the radio, stopping anywhere that looked nice, living every moment twice. We chase sunsets down the shore, always searching for a little more, not because we needed anything, but because the world felt wide and free. The harmonica bends a note like a smile from long ago, and every sound inside this room feels wrapped in summer glow. Postcards and sunshine still living in my mind, golden afternoons and endless blue skies. Those carefree summer days never really fade away, they're still dancing somewhere inside. And every time
those moments never really leave. The rain outside begins to clear, and a little sunlight appears, turning gray skies into gold. Postcards and sunshine still shining through the years, like a lighthouse in my memory. Those carefree summer days still find their way, whenever life gets too busy. And every note of that harmonica feels like a road leading back to the version of myself I used to know. Postcards and sunshine still warm in my soul tonight, like a sunset that refuses to go. The coffee cup is almost empty now. The hotel's filling up with evening sounds, and the rain has finally moved away. A little smile crosses my face as the harmonica softly fades, leaving only warmth behind. Postcards and sunshine, ocean breeze and open sky, still riding with me, still alive. Still alive. The city fades behind the glass as the midnight train rolls past. Street lights blur into rivers of gold, disappearing into the cold. A worn-out ticket in my hand, miles away from familiar land. The rhythm of these steel tracks hums like an old song I once knew. The conductor walks the aisle, everyone's asleep by now, but I'm awake with my thoughts tonight, watching distant towns drift by. And every mile keeps pulling me through the darkness patiently, toward the place that's always stayed somewhere deep inside of me. I'm riding this midnight train home through the quiet and unknown, carrying memories like photographs in a weathered suitcase soul. And though the road is taking me far, past places I never planned to go, there's a light waiting in my heart, guiding this midnight train home. The rain taps softly on the roof, keeping time with the groove, and the moon rides low beside the tracks, like an old friend watching my back. I think about the front porch swing, summer nights and simple things, the smell of coffee in the kitchen air, and voices floating everywhere. Funny how you leave a place thinking you'll forget its face, then one quiet night like this, you realize it never left. the night unfold and carrying me where I belong. The rain is slowing down outside. The horizon's turning soft and blue. The morning waits beyond the dark, like it's always known what to do. The train rolls steady through the dawn, and I finally close my eyes with a quiet heart and an easy smile. Still moving forward, still moving on. Back toward the light, back toward home. The city wears a silver coat tonight. Rain is drifting through the fading light. I'm sitting on a rooftop all alone, watching clouds move slowly toward home. The streets below are glowing amber gold, stories passing by that I'll never know. A gentle breeze is moving through the air, carrying a feeling from somewhere. And the sky is changing colors, from gray to shades of fire, like it's trying to remind me not every storm lasts forever. After the rain, the world feels new, every drop reflecting something true. The sunset paints the skyline red and gold, and suddenly the evening doesn't feel so cold. After the rain, I close my eyes and let the quiet speak between the lines. Maybe love is waiting somewhere down the road, beyond the clouds I've always known. My guitar hums a simple melody, soft and warm like an old memory. The rhythm of the rooftops and the rain turns lonely thoughts into a sweet refrain. The city lights begin to flicker on, one by one as daylight slips along. And for the first time in a little while, I catch myself wearing a smile. The horizon keeps on glowing as the daylight disappears, and every color in the sky feels brighter than my fears. After the rain, the world feels new, every drop reflecting something true. The sunset paints the skyline red and gold, and suddenly exactly where they're meant to be. After the rain, I see it now. Every ending teaches us somehow. The sunset leaves its colors in the air, like a promise that tomorrow will be there. After the rain, the night arrives, bringing little sparks of life. And somewhere underneath these rising stars, a love I've never known before could be waiting just beyond the door, closer than it ever seemed so far. The last light settles on the town. The rain has finally slowed down, and the wind seems soft and low. I lean back and watch the sky as the